Hello, hello.
Hello.
Now, let me turn that off. People come in. We have stuff to talk about. I feel that everywhere in the world is kind of sinking, in my opinion. Has anybody else's energy level gone down? Me? And I haven't been able to figure it out, but I think it has a lot to do with everything that is going on in the world. I actually made a list of the things that I see, and every day there's something new, you know, whether it be the weather ripping up the country or other countries, you know, like Hurricane Debbie that hit Florida the other day and then started moving up north. And then today I find out that New York is flooding. Over here on the West Coast, we've been battling wildfires like crazy to the point of evacuating towns, literally all around where I live at. And, you know, it's just gone crazy. And then I heard Minnesota's having tornadoes or tornado warnings. That's just the weather, you know. There's so much. So much. It's an election year. And this whole year, you know, Trump, I feel like it's just been a witch hunt after him and everything that he has been going through and pulling out of. And, you know, the election is coming up in November, and here next month, they are wanting to sentence him for his conviction of from the hush money trial. I don't even know what to think. And they couldn't stop him. He kept beating the witch hunt. And then July 13th happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. That didn't work. I mean, what is happening? And right after that, Biden drops out of the race, right? And then Kamala Harris is brought in to run against Trump. How did that even happen? She wasn't voted in, right? I just, everything. And then this last weekend, what's going on over in the UK with all the rioters and protests, you know. And I totally understand all of that, you know. It is our right to be able to friendly protest, right? And I think everybody should stand their ground, you know, as long as it's a friendly protest. But all hell was breaking loose last weekend. I've got some updates earlier, and it just seems to be going on and on, you know. And what about the illegal immigrants coming across the southern border, you know, into Texas and California? And I'm going to look it up real quick. You know, Kamala Harris is supposed to be she was put in the position of board czar, right? And she hasn't been out there doing anything. And they're wanting to elect her to run this country. So let me look this up. How many of you do you think have come across the border into the U.S. illegally? Let's check it out here. U.S. Okay. This here, the Center for Immigration Studies. I don't know if you can see that. See that number? Foreign-born population grew by 5.1 million in the last 2 years, right? That is just since Biden has been in office. So what's Trump going to do if he gets elected back in? Shut the border. You know, I'm all about immigrants coming in, but, you know, do it the right way. Do it the legal way. There's no reason for it to be done illegal. You know, our crime rate has been going up. And what's going on in the UK with, why does it seem like they're hiding information from the public of what really happened with that incident, you know, in the UK? Let me see. So it says British police charged the 17-year-old with unaliving in the stabbing that unalived 3 girls. In London, Prime Minister Keir Starmer summoned British police chiefs for a crisis meeting over violent unrest that followed a stabbing attack that left 3 young girls unalive. 17-year-old suspect appeared in court, faced 3 counts of unaliving and 10 of attempted unaliving. So my understanding is that's why people are protesting and rioting and all of that. The attack on the children at a Taylor Swift-themed summer holiday dance class shocked a country where knife crime is a long-standing and vexing problem. The unalivings have also been used by far-right activists to stoke anger at immigrants and Muslims. But aren't they telling the public that it wasn't an immigrant? I believe he was. I think there's just so much more to the story than what they are putting out in the public. And so I understand why people are protesting. I get it. I totally get it. You know, we've had the same thing going on here in the United States. There was, I believe it was a college student. Let me see here really quick. Sorry, I can do it quicker on here. Yeah, so here in the US, so this is from the New York Post from May 8th of this year. It says, migrant suspect in Lake and Riley's unaliving, accused of peeping in campus housing on same day he savagely unalived her. Startling indictment. The Venezuelan migrant accused in the shocking unaliving of Georgia nursing student Laken Riley has been indicted on charges for allegedly peeping at a University of Georgia staff member on the same day as the slaying. Jose Barra, a 26-year-old illegally living in the U.S., was hit with 10 new charges, including malice unaliving and kidnapping with bodily injury in the unaliving of Riley, who was attacked while out for a run at the University of Georgia campus in Athens on February 22nd, according to court documents. So it is literally a tragedy all over the world that this is happening. And it needs to be put under control. I mean, we can't go on like this, not even. You know, when they come across the Texas border, the Border Patrol were kind of like hushed. They were told not to prosecute. Basically, it was catch and release, right? So I was watching live videos where immigrants were coming across the river and climbing up the other side, and then immigration would be, the police would be right there. They'd load them up in vans and take them, you know, but they would put them on buses and ship them to like New York or Chicago or, you know, any of the bigger cities. And so then that put the bigger cities in crisis for housing for, you know, the low income or the veterans or, and then is this part of the Bidenomics? Like, what is happening in this world right now? But, and then, so this is just kind of like a touch up on different things that have been bothering me. My energy level has just been so low and I just want to scream. You know, this Idaho girl just wants to scream at the world right now. I cannot understand why everything is going to shits right now. And don't even get me started on the Olympics, okay? I have no problem with anybody's lifestyle. I have family members, you know, I have every type of person in my life, but we're all individuals. But everybody I know, we don't throw it in people's faces, okay? And for what they did at the Olympics, there's some countries that are performing at the Olympics that is not okay in their country. So to me, that was very, very disrespectful. And it should not have happened. It should not have even gone as far as it did. You know, there's a lot of people that was okay with it. What about all the countries? You know, I feel that it needs to be in the opening ceremony, something that portrays your country that is being, the host of the Olympics, but in good taste, that you are welcoming all these countries. This is the only time every few years, the only time that literally every country comes together and has a good time. We don't have dictators there. We don't have government there. These are regular people, and for a country to host the Olympics, I feel that it should be done with respect. And I don't see that happening with how it played out, in Paris. That being said, I'm going to keep this one kind of short. Like I said, I just want to touch up on a few things. I will do, longer lives for each individual topic. That way, we can hear from everybody on what you feel. But I don't know, guys. How's your energy level? Literally. Oh, I almost forgot. Sorry, I'm looking at my list here. I mean, we're heading into possibly a World War III right now. Also, just yesterday, day before, they were doing evacuations of the Middle East. So if you had anybody you knew or any loved ones that were in the Middle East, they were saying, get out, jump on a flight, because they are literally canceling flights. And airports were jam-packed. People are trying to get out of there because what's going on in the Middle East? Crap's going to happen. We're going to wake up one morning and a lot of people aren't going to know what to do. A lot of people are still not even knowing about it because mainstream media won't put it out there. I dislike mainstream media. I'm tired of having blinders on my eyes. So I do my own research, and that same goes for you guys too. You should always do your own research and don't always take what I say and run with that, research. But I just want to scream. Literally everything that is going on in the world right now should not. And I think that's why a lot of us are feeling mentally drained. I'm feeling mentally drained, and with everything, and it's nothing I can control. That's the thing, never in my life have I been into politics, like hardcore politics or anything along those lines. Not until this year, not until I started seeing what was happening with the government. And it's really scary. And and the stock market crashing yesterday, or dropping 1,000, it was beyond bonkers. Totally out there, that everything is falling, everything is dropping. We're about to have that big reset button pushed, and most everybody out there, scary enough as it sounds, a lot of people out there don't even know that it's happening because mainstream media won't report on a lot of stuff, and it's pretty sad. But let's take a look here really quick. Give me just a second.
Fight for your children. Fight for your ancestors. Go where it's right.
So yeah, this Turning Point UK. Today, the people of Plymouth peacefully stood up to two-tier here, and despite being hounded by leftists, and the police did not surrender. We will not be bullied. We will not be silenced. We have a right to protest. And, you know, I feel that they should, you know, as long as it is peaceful, there should be nothing wrong with it. Now, the looting and everything that had gone on the last few days is not okay.
Children, fight for your ancestors. Go where it's right.
Let's see here. See, and it's things like this. This is an absolute disgrace. UK government is betraying its own people. And this was 17 hours ago. Agony for the mother of teen unalived in this type of attack after learning one of his KILLERS will be released after just 6 months due to prison overcrowding under new labor scheme. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Let's see. See, and peaceful, you know, I like to hear when it's peaceful. And this was 2 days ago? 2 days ago, gang of Muslims in Bolton, UK, calling themselves Muslim Defence League, engage in violence against Enough is Enough. British protesters who've been protesting since the unaliving of 3 innocent British girls riots witnessed across UK over the weekend against illegal immigrants. Yeah. My heart goes out to the UK. Yeah, my heart goes out to anybody out there who is affected by any kind of sickening actions along these lines of hurting people, you know. And I do not believe that the government should keep things from us, no matter where you live at. The government is supposed to work for us. We are supposed to be informed, and I feel like we are not. And we, the people, we have to change that, right? We have to change that. But yeah, guys. So I just wanted to jump on here and throw out my rants. Actually, I kind of kept pretty calm. But I'm trying to build this channel up. I did change it just along. I changed it to Idaho Girl just because I'm a true Idaho girl and I want to scream at the top of my lungs with everything going on right now. And I feel like I have the power with my platform. So put in the comments, you know, how you feel. If you're feeling mentally or emotionally or physically drained like I am, I'm trying to lift up my spirits, and I want to lift up your spirits too. But anyways, just being funny. All right, I am going to end it here. So Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Get the word out there. And I appreciate you always. And until next time, we will chat again soon. All right. Thank you. Bye.